heard the classic ABC line from a famous sales movie, Glenn Ross, when Alec Baldwin came in and was like, da, 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 gave a speech about sales. Great movie if you haven't seen it, but a key premise for sales is always be closing. And we can apply this to game, because game is off basically sales, right? The product is yourself. Always be trying to get the number right. And one of the beginner mistakes we see with a lot of students is they'll approach the girl and then they'll do all the conversation and then just not ask for the number. And they come out and I'm like, bro, why didn't you ask for the number? And they'll be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't feel the vibe. And I'm like, man, she stood talking to you for 10 minutes. Her actions speak louder than words. She was keen. But the spin on this is ABO, always be opening. One of the biggest killers in this. So this is a skill set, a bit like sales, right? Or any skill set. This is a skill set issue and a numbers issue. Most guys will go out and some guys will do 3 amazing conversations, right? But it's 3 in a week. It's not enough. They're not playing the numbers game part of seduction. And some guys go out on the spam approach and there's no technique, and it's literally hello, compliment, get number, and they just won't improve because they don't know how to flirt and banter and actually have a conversation and connect. So we've got issues for different reasons, but I'd say more often the issue is the numbers element. Guys just aren't approaching enough. The actual number of approaches you should be doing a week really is around 50. 50 women you don't know you should be approaching. That number scares the shit out of guys, and most guys don't have time to charge around the streets all day, hence why we lowered the stat to 30, because I'm a firm believer in actually if you do 30 approaches, that should generate you around 2 to 3 dates a week. Book a call on the link below so we can help you map out exactly what you want in your dating life, the strategy, the vision, and we can help you get from A to B as quickly as possible, depending on what you want. That's the key thing. We've been doing this for 10 years. We've worked with thousands of dudes. We can save you your most valuable assets, which are your time, your attention, and your money, and get you from A to B as fast as possible. So book a free call, a free dating strategy consultation with us below. But that being said, if you want to be on the safe side in terms of just exposure to the skill set of getting better at talking to women and flirting and having fun, 50, and access to more numbers, because a lot of girls just aren't going to be, available. They've got a boyfriend, they're in a rush, you look like, their ex-boyfriend, they've got a husband, their dog just died, whatever, they're just not going to want to have the conversation, right? We play a game of inherent losses. It's about embracing rejection and filtering through a lot of duds, playing a few dragons to reach the princess, they say. So yeah, not only is ABC very important as a concept, but the spin on that ABO, always be opening, so important. It is a large degree a numbers game, isn't it? And I think a lot of guys, they're not bad socially, they're not amazing, but the issue they've got is not, they've got this one issue with push-pull, or, this body language is slightly off. They just don't speak to enough women.
100% agree. Like you mentioned, you can have 2 really amazing conversations, but then, they just flake off. In contrast, you can have 30, some of them are going to be subpar, some of them are just going to be straight blowouts, but some of them actually, the girls are going to be interested. The difference is you're just putting in more reps. So I agree, 30 to 50. Again, it might seem a lot, but if you incorporate it in terms of your everyday lifestyle, and then maybe go out on a night session, get 10 to 15 out of the way, hitting 30 to 50 in a city of at least 1 million people, it's perfectly doable. So again, it's not the only way to solve all your problems, but one of the main ways to solve most of guys' dating problems is just approaching more women and be, having more conversations, and that's when you're going to find those few that are going to come out, and then you're not going to be so focused on the one girl, the one approach you did, the one number you got that didn't work out, because if you're constantly in new sets talking to new women, you're going to be getting more leads, and then naturally you're not even going to overthink the ones who flaked off. And then another big thing, you're going to come off as less needy. You're not going to be double texting. You're not going to care if a girl didn't text you back or flaked on you.
Neediness is a killer, and it all stems down to our lack of approaching. Because if we just socialise and approach and constantly we're in conversations with different people, we don't give a fuck, and we're feeling good because we're present, we're alive. When you're truly present in life, which you have to be when you're interacting with another human being, really, there's no stress because you're not worrying about the future or worrying about the past. You're in the moment, and that's one of the best things about just being social and approaching is you're constantly in the moment, you're in a flow state, you're having fun, and that's where the magic happens. We're going to go out tonight, it's a Saturday night with a couple of students, and we're going to charge around the streets and go wild with the approaching. And even if nothing comes of it in terms of dragging a girl home, you have fun, you have a good time, you feel alive, right? That's what we're built to be, sociable as human beings. So get out there, it's Saturday night, go and speak to more human beings, and we'll see you in the next video.